satu. Good morning, the Honorable Thesis Advisor and Examiner, Miss Dini Noor Arini, M.Pd. My name is Ardelianda Augesla, a student in Lambung Mangkurat University, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, English Department, Batch 2018. Today, I would like to present my thesis proposal entitled Improving Students' Reading Skills Through Interactive Multimedia at the 8th grade of SMP Negeri 7, Banjarmasin. Chapter 1, Background of the Study. First, the educational development today cannot be separated from the development of science and technology. Second, reading is one of 4 skills which need to be learned besides listening, speaking, and writing. Third, the 8th class of SMP Negeri 7 Banjarmasin student found out if reading is the most difficult skills to master and felt a strong fear of reading. Fourth, teacher often deliver the material in monotonous way so that students are getting bored. Considering the facts above, teacher needs to search effective ways to improve the teaching and learning process of reading in English at class 8D of SMP Negeri 7 Banjarmasin. One of the methods which is appropriate to be applied in teaching and learning process is interactive multimedia, in example, Macromedia Flash software. That's why it's important to do a research which can improve the teaching and learning process of reading through the use of media which can integrate what the student wants, need, and also likes with their enjoyment. So, based on explanation above, and due to the problems in teaching and learning process of reading in English at 8th class of SMP Negeri 7 Banjarmasin, the researcher was interested to find a solution in order to facilitate students in learning reading. And the researcher focused on making reading activities more interesting and enjoyable. So, the identification of the problem. First, lack of willingness and active participation of students in understanding the material subject taught by the teacher. Second, students get difficulty in understanding the subject matter. Third, the use of computer-based learning media, especially Macromedia Flash, to visualize English subject, especially reading, has not been developed by teachers. So fourth, the students are reluctant to perform reading aloud. And last, the number of students is relatively high, which makes students the opportunities to speak and to be involved in the learning process be limited. And the limitation of the problem, the researcher and the teacher put the limitation of the problem on reading skills and the effort to improve the teaching and learning process. And the formulation of the problem is how is interactive multimedia technique used to improve the students' reading skills ability. And the objective of the study, of course, to improve students' reading skills through interactive multimedia at grade 8 of SMP Negeri 7 Banjarmasin. The significance of the study. The research heavily gives contributions to the English teacher as a reference to strive for innovation in developing the teaching and learning of reading. This also gives the contribution to the students to give experience and new challenge as an effort to develop their reading skills. And the last is to English Education Department. University of Lambung Mangkurat. So, we move to Chapter 2, Theoretical Description. In this subchapter, there are some relevant theories that are presented. Those are divided into 4 parts. There are the nature of reading, teaching reading in junior high school, interactive multimedia, and the process of teaching reading using interactive multimedia. So the first one is the nature of reading. A definition of reading, according to Newton, reading means a result of interaction between the writer's mind and the reader's mind. It's the way how the reader tries to get the message or the intent meaning from the writer. And reading skills, according to Brown, says that explicit reading skills consist of 2 big elements, namely micro skills and macro skills. Next, teaching reading in junior high school. Students have to comprehend those text types to access knowledge from their environment. For that reason, the process of teaching reading should facilitate students to comprehend descriptive, recount, and narrative. In teaching reading, the teacher is expected to give opportunities for the learners to read the text comprehensively. Teachers should create situations to comprehend the text in which the learner can read them silently and right after that discuss the text with their partners. However, reading aloud is also needed for the learners in order to be able to interact well with the text which belong to learners' favorite materials or topic. Next, interactive multimedia. The definition of interactive multimedia, according to Maldino, Lauter, and Russell, is interactive multimedia is sequential or simultaneous of the variety of media formats in a given presentation or self-study program. And the role of interactive multimedia in education, according to Levy, interactive media has 3 roles in education, rarely as a tutor, as a tool, and as a tutor. So, the process of teaching reading using interactive multimedia. As a facilitator, the teacher facilitates the learning process of students during a technology-based lesson, group work, or even when individual students are working independently on the computer. The teacher distributes the material to the student. Students then read their text. Besides, the teacher and student discuss some difficult words found on the text together. They guess the meaning of those difficult words. Chapter 3, Research Method. So, type of the research. The research study on improving the student reading skill by using interactive multimedia was action research. And the purpose of this classroom action research was to improve student reading skills in 8D class of SMP Negeri 7 Banjarmasin by using interactive multimedia. There are 4 steps in the study of structural action suggested by chemists and McTaggart in Burns. They are the thematic concern, reconnaissance, planning, action, and observation and reflection. And the settings of the research. This classroom action research was conducted in 8D class of SMP Negeri 7 Banjarmasin. The subject of this research are 8D class of SMP Negeri 7 students, totaling 38 students. And the instrument of the research. There are 3 instruments to use in this study. The first one is observation sheets, second interview guidelines, and some tests. And data collection technique. Data were collected by observation, test, interview, and documentation. And the last one is data analysis technique. Before established indicator of success, the following describes the meaning of individual mastery and classical completeness. The first one is quantitative technique, and the second is indicator of success. So, maybe that's all for me. I'm really sorry if there are some mistakes while I'm presenting my thesis proposal. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.